Hi guys, welcome back to a diary of a first time property developer. It is week 26 and I'm upstairs in Edenbridge where the kitchens have started to go in.
At the end of the day, you can't learn this in a textbook. You've got to do it, you've got to feel it, understand what the steps are.
I will start in flat 5 today. Like I say, it's the upstairs flats which have been started with the kitchens, and that's basically so that we can work downwards and sweep up and tidy up behind us, get rid of all the dust. I think the idea is in the end we'll close up the first floor and just be working on the ground floor to finish. So these are the kitchens that we've gone for. They are Howden's kitchens, shaker style, and I believe this is actually a grey colour. I'm not sure what it's going to look like on the film. It looks it looks quite light in person. This is, like I say, unit 5 where we've got the U-shaped kitchen, just to get a lot of the things we needed in the space we have. Now, these have changed a lot, the design. But basically, where I've got the camera at the minute, I'm going to have the oven, and then we're going to have sink, and we're going to have a hob here. Having the hob in this sort of island breakfast bar bit means that we're going to have to extract downwards. So the extractor will go down and along, and then it will extract low out of that window. It will extract low out of that wall. Just going into flat 6, we have now ordered the tiles. I think in terms of bathrooms, that's the next bit that is needed is the tiles, and then everything else can kind of be fitted from there, or at least that's the way that we're going to do it. So unit 6 is also getting a kitchen, as you can see. We've had to change a bit around in here because of the extraction. As I've said on previous videos, we've got stills that run the whole way across the top of the windows, and also they go up to the ceiling and down through the floor, through the ground floor level as well. So just avoiding that, we've had to move our sink to here. The reason the camera went a bit funny then was because I was trying to look over to this. I'll put this up, but if you can see it properly, you can see the extractor is going to go somewhere about there now. I think before the hob was going to be there and then extracting out through that wall through the bathroom, but we've decided against it, and you're just going to have your hob there now and straight out. Obviously we've still got all the packing on, but you can see we've semi-matched the wood top with the knots and bits and pieces to the floor. The floor is a bit lighter, but I don't think it's going to matter. So yeah, that is what's going on in unit 5, no 6, 5 and 6 you've seen now, and then same story in unit 7. Unit 7 with the extraction, we are going to go up and along, and it's going to mean we're going to lose that top bit of the cupboard there, just the top third, and we're going to extract out there. What we'll also do is, once it's all in, I think we're just going to do a bit of boxing across the top, probably both sides, I think, just to make it look level and symmetrical, and that will hide all of the ducting. Again, got the floor in, and I don't think it'll be too long now until these kitchens are completed. Right guys, so it's actually Sunday now. I let the guys crack on yesterday and decided to come back when no one was here. So this is flat 1 now. The floor is down and I can see that there's some more electrics has gone on. But as you will have seen, most of the work this week has been going on upstairs. Saying that, like I say, there's more electrical work, so I think the guys have been coming in and just making sure all the electrics is in for when the kitchens do go in downstairs. And pretty much the same, I would say, in flat 2. A bit more plumbing, again for kitchens. I think we also, like upstairs, we moved so that we could extract out. So obviously the hob will be going there and then sink over there. I guess not really ideal. Probably want a window for a sink, don't you? But then, to be fair, if they've just swapped out, then there wouldn't have been a window there anyway. Seems to be quite a lot of flooring. Maybe that's just for flat 3. Yeah, so I'm guessing flat 3 hasn't been completed with the flooring. Yesterday the guys were just back in and fixing some bits of damage that were done when we had some people come in overnight. Yeah, so this flat is not floored for obvious reasons. There's a bit of storage at the minute. The duplex is floored, and we've got our bits and pieces of plumbing there. So one thing, when the guy from the water regs came in, he also, I expected him just to check the outside stuff, but he was also interested in making sure that we had stopcocks first in to the flats and drain off as well. So as you can see, that's the first point in which the water comes into this flat, and we've got our stopcock and drain off. And again, a little repair in there where somebody decided to nick 20p's worth of copper. Okay, so we need some more flooring going on up here. I'm not sure if the guys have kind of stopped this so they can crack on with the kitchens. It's the same company. The kitchen company is also doing the flooring for us. Something I spoke about before, we had the staircase built exactly for the flooring we were going to use, which was 6mm. Now this is 16mm. So we've got a bit of a issue here. What we're going to do is buy a ball nose, take this off, and basically fit a thicker piece of wood here. I think it's a tread, whatever it is. So then it will be in line and matching how it should be. So that is on the list. Now, I'm not sure if there's going to be enough light, so I'm going to try and use my phone. I'm not sure how it's going to work on the camera though. On the little screen I'm seeing, it looks very bright, so let's see. Now, I'm not sure if I showed from the inside before, but to me, this is so much better than what it was with everything now in the ducting. All the caps on, all insulated. The stopcocks, which also reduce, and the drain offs. So I'm 100% sure that this will now pass for the water rigs, which is good. I don't know, you can see up there, so 732615 and 4. So you have to mark each one, and then it matches up to the marks on the pipe outside. So I think what I'll do is I'll speak to the plumber, and I will just maybe mark them up a slight bit better, because I don't want it to be something very silly like that stops us from getting it. But I think it's pretty self-explanatory. One mistake that I had made was I thought that all our meters were going into this cupboard. So I sent a picture of it off to Octopus, and they basically said, there's no space and there's no wiring. Why are you sending this to us? So what I didn't realise was that the guys have made the space for the meters here. So I don't know which tails it'll be. I guess it's like tails in, tails out, or the other way around. Yeah, probably tails in, tails out. And I guess the meter sits between those two. Don't look at this hole. This will be filled with 2 lots of plasterboard, because obviously this, that's our fire break, so we need to get that, and the guys have it on their list that it needs to be filled correctly. It can't just be covered over, if you will. It has to have the 2 layers and all of that stuff. So that little tiny white box there is actually the boiler. Again, anyone that does watch week on week will know that I said you'll be so surprised at the size of them. I mean, God. Let's see, get those out of the way. I'm not saying I'm worried. When you look at like a combi boiler or anything more traditional, that doesn't, that looks about the size of a shower, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm not worried. I've looked them up, and this is basically the best one you can get for a single phase, according to everything that I've read online. So let's see. I mean, it would be an absolute nightmare if it wasn't good enough, because it's got to run the shower. But yeah, I'm sure it will work. I've seen them online, and like I say, this is the most powerful one you can get for single phase. If you've got 3 phase, then you can get a lot more powerful, but obviously we've only got single phase in these flats. And then just the last bit is outside. This was already done, I think, last time, where it's all the same. It's all the same as inside, all shut off and everything. I mentioned this last week but didn't actually talk about it. So the black piece of conduit there, or trunking, or whatever it is called, that's actually got the internet coming in, but we need to get 7 lots of internet. So if you see where that goes under here, and it's that bit in the corner where right in the corner of the duplex. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut it off there, we're going to run a thicker piece, and it's going to go in through here, so we'll be able to get our 7 lots in, and it'll be in the communal, so it won't be in someone else's flat. Right guys, sorry about the abrupt ending, but if you have made it to the end, please consider subscribing, and I will see you back here again next week.